Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Lowen Behold podcast. This week we're joined by starting shooting guard of the UNI Panthers, Jenna Tweet.
Hi.
Um, you started off your career at Kirkwood under newly appointed Hall of Fame coach Kim Mule.
hmm
First of all, why did you choose to go the junior college route? And did you have any opportunities coming into college for like 4-year universities?
Yeah, I did have some opportunities for some 4 years, but nothing that I was really I guess too excited about. But out of all the offers I kind of did have coming out of high school, Kirkwood was just definitely the best route in general. I mean, you have Kim Mule, who's literally an insane coach. He's a really good coach. Kirkwood's just known for just a dominant program, and as a player getting recruited, that's something that is very intriguing and it gravitates you there. So that's definitely what led me to go to the JuCo route.
Yeah, and for those 4 years, were they like D2, D3? Like,
Yeah,
what did that look like? Yeah.
yeah, they were mainly just D2, D3.
All right. Yeah. And then out of all the JUCO offers, why did you choose Kirkwood over other schools?
Yeah, so the reputation of the program in general is just a very good program. I wasn't too far from home when I was there. I was only like 15 minutes, I think, from home. So that was really nice. Yeah, just everything about Kirkwood, like the facilities for it being a JUCO is very nice. The coaches are great there. Yeah, and everything about it just really pulled me there.
Yeah. And again, I mentioned legendary coach with Coach Mullen. How did his impact as a coach and also Kirkwood as a school help you grow and become the person that you are now and like get to the level that you're at here now at UNI?
You know, Kirkwood was definitely, without a doubt, probably my favorite years of basketball in general. Like even throughout high school, growing up, probably my favorite 2 years I've ever played. If I'm being honest, the coaches were great. They do great at developing players. But yeah, no, I definitely they helped me grow up, getting to the college level, and definitely helped me grow my love back for the sport too, for a little bit there as well.
Yeah. So did you have like a time where just playing the sport was a little bit difficult for you? I mean, I'd imagine like there are times where it's a little bit tough, but since you mentioned finding your love, do you want to like touch on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I would just say like in high school, when you kind of had goals for yourself, I mean, every kid or every player in general, I feel like they always want to get to the highest level if they can or whatever. So I guess kind of coming out of high school and I really didn't get like going D1 or to a 4 year right away, I was kind of not disappointed in myself, but just wasn't happy with that result in general, just because, everyone wants to go to the D1, they want to go to the 4 year right away. But after picking Kirkwood and having those coaches, like I said, like developed me, and the way they coached was just, I just loved it and I thrived off of it. And I think having that really just helped me come back to basketball and find it in a better way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what advice would you give to a high school student or a high school senior coming out where they're in a similar situation to what you were in high school?
Yeah, no, for sure. Definitely that there will be a good route for you no matter what. Because I definitely like if you'd asked me as like a junior in high school, senior, I would have never been like I'm gonna go to a JUCO. I would have definitely just had my mindset on picking a 4 year wherever I get offered from. But no, just staying true to the process because, like my coach here says, the game don't it will not cheat you. So yeah, just really just kind of staying and trusting your gut a little bit will definitely be the biggest piece of advice I'd give them.
Yeah. And since you mentioned your current coach, you transitioned from one great coach to another. Tanya Warren, the winningest coach in UNI women's basketball history. What was that transition like going from one great coach to another?
It was actually a pretty good and easy transition. I mean, going from one great coach to the next is just definitely a blessing in disguise for me. Great coaches mean just help you as a player. I mean, especially because basketball's a long season. You go through a lot of ups and downs. So having two really great coaches just definitely helps you kind of steady the ship a little bit. Just having like someone to guide you through it a little bit like that.
Yeah. And now shifting over to you as a player, growing up, who did you like idolize as a basketball player and who did you like model your game after?
Um, I would definitely say I don't know if I like modeled my game after anyone, but I had two older brothers, so watching them play basketball and sports in general, definitely I think just motivated me to kind of like work as hard as they do, or kind of have like that the competitive drive. I think that definitely is what made me the player I am today for sure. I would say that though.
Yeah, so like playing pickup in the driveway help like define those shooting skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're now in your junior year, first year at UNI. You're starting on what's really turned out to be a solid year for the program. You're fifth place in really a really competitive Missouri Valley Conference, and you're averaging 13 and a half points for the team. How does it feel for you to come in and make that big of an impact right off the bat?
It's a great feeling. It definitely shows like a lot of the hard work I have put in has paid off, which is really nice. And I do love to see that, but definitely just I love how this team plays together, and like I said, we're in the middle of the conference, but I feel like we definitely have a really good shot at winning it all in the conference this year. So I am excited to see where we can go and where we can develop in this part of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah. And your team's been a little bit streaky at times this year. What have you and the other players and your teammates done, and what has Coach Warren done to kind of steady the ship if it starts to get a little bit rocky and things aren't going your way?
Yeah, I would say this team is very good at coming together when we have times like this. Like, yes, we've had some pretty like not so good streaky parts of the season, but basketball, like I said, is a very long season, so it's not gonna be perfect all year round. But yeah, I would definitely say this team is really good at staying composed when things get tough, especially the coaches. I think the coaches do a really good job at that, and just kind of like, I mean, there's nothing you can do about the games in the past, even though the games that we should have won versus like maybe the games that we get a little too close and we still won. But overall, I think we're just really good at staying composed and just looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, and you mentioned your goals to for your goal is to win the Valley. What do you think has to happen for you guys to reach that goal?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like you said, the MVC is a very competitive conference, and we've learned some lessons over this second half of the season. But I'd say the main thing for us is just staying consistent, especially like our defense is great. Sometimes just our offense it gets a little streaky, but I think that after our past game, we kind of proved that we can be just as good as the next team when we are like all the chemistry together and everything, and when we push the ball in transition, it helps a lot, which I think is something that since we kind of started preaching that a little bit more, has definitely helped us on our offensive game.
Yeah, and do you have any other like personal goals for the season? Like, do you want to see yourself like be hit more threes in a game or raise that 3 point percentage? What are your personal goals going
Well,
forward?
yeah, for sure. As a shooter, I always want to see my 3 point percentage go up. That's a good feeling. It's not always the best feeling when it goes down, but you are going to technically miss. Even a good percentage is what, around 40, somewhere around there. So you're missing more than what you are taking. So, I mean, getting it as high as I can would be a great goal, always. And always to stay at a very good percentage for free throws as well. Is something I really want to get my free throw percentage back up to like the high 80s, if not 90s.
Yeah, and you are shooting a really high percentage for college basketball.
Good.
You're shooting around 35% from three on the season, which again, very very good. What does your routine look like to get to that level of a shooter that you are?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of reps, muscle memory, getting up as many shots as I can, getting on the shooting guns that we have. Yeah, just kind of also kind of trusting that like I have like developed this my game a lot, and just kind of trusting in my training and knowing that I am a good shooter and not every shooter is going to shoot perfectly. So just kind of keeping that in my head.
Yeah, just staying confident. Shoot or
Yeah,
shoot.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then kind of circling back, since I kind of rushed past this question earlier, why did you choose UNI over other offers you may have gotten?
You know, UNI is a school that I did try to go to outside of high school. When I was a senior, I was talking to them a little bit. So I definitely I like the campus. I do like how everything's pretty easy to get around. I like that I'm still fairly close to home. I'm a little bit farther than Kirkwood, but there's nothing wrong with that. And I do like the coaches a lot. And it's just kind of somewhere that I've always looked forward to playing, like wanted to play for as growing up. So I would definitely say just a lot of like everything that you kind of look for in a school was here, and just thank the Lord it was close to home a little bit, and I ended up picking it.
Yeah. What is Coach Warren how has her presence in the locker room impact you guys on really a day to day basis, game to game?
Yeah, no, she does a great job at um like keeping your head up. There's definitely times where as you're a shooter, like personally for me, like you get in your head a little bit. She's really good at bringing you back to like keeping your confidence up, and I would definitely say she does that really good at for her whole team in general. She does a really good job of keeping her composure too, which is really something I admire about her. So I would just say, yeah, just kind of keeping the ship steady for us is something she does very good at.
Yeah. And what's the vibe like for you and I and the locker room? What's the vibes of the team like on a regular basis, like in the weight room in practice? What are you guys like as
Yeah,
a
I would say
unit?
our team is everyone gets along very well. I would say everyone's very goofy. You'll hear a lot of laughing, a lot of singing. Everyone sings on this team. In the weight room, locker room, everyone is singing some part of a song. You just don't know which one it's gonna be. But I would definitely say it's a very easy team to get along with and a very well connected team in the locker room and weight room everywhere.
Yeah, like some of those professional teams you hear just having like a really fun locker room.
Yeah, that would be us. There's always laughing, there's yelling of some sorts, there's singing. Yeah, we have it
Yeah.
all.
And if you had to pick one player on the team, just one, who would you say is the vocal leader for the UNI Panthers this year?
Yeah, I would say our pretty big vocal leader, I would say, is Riley Goebel and Taryn. But both of our seniors are very good at what they do. I mean, they've been here for 4 years. They've had to listen to other leaders in their past. So I would say they do a very good job at being a very good vocal leader for us on the court and off the court.
Yeah, and how do you feel their presence impacts not just you but the team as a whole during games, in practice, just during in the weight room? Like how do they impact you and the team?
I would definitely say they do a very good job at like just kind of making you feel like everything's gonna be okay. Like even
Yeah.
in like stressful moments of games, stressful moments of practices when we're doing like maybe what we're supposed to or we're just not executing right. When things kind of get tough, they do a very good job at saying like it's gonna be okay. Like we just need to lock in. They do a very good job at that.
Yeah. And is there anything else you'd like to add about your first season here, playing D1, playing at UNI?
Um, Nothing too specific. I'm enjoying it. I think it's definitely a transition. I mean, the game is a little bit, I would say it's sped up a little bit more. The physicality got a little bit better, a little bit more physical, I should say. And no, I'm enjoying it and I'm excited to keep seeing where this journey is going to take me.
All right, yeah. And once again, thank you for joining us this week, Jenna. And for the audience out there, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.